and record it. But we will absolutely, oh, here he is. Still at the Carly do. Okay, no problem. So we will absolutely have this to reference too, right? Don't feel like you have to like take a ton of notes, copy, understand everything. You could reference this call at any time. And of course, stay unmuted, because if you have questions along the way, just absolutely ask them. I'll dive right in and share my screen. First off, Roseanne and Les are both in California, and Lauren is in New Jersey. Let's see here. Give me a heads up. Sorry, I have so many. Welcome to my ADHD life with 9 million tabs open. Is that a thing, or is that just me?
No, that's a thing.
Oh, that's a thing. And I don't think you need ADHD for that to be.
Yeah.
That's just life in the modern world.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's open this. Present full screen. Perfect. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go through this. It's opening. Fairly briefly. There it comes. And then I've added some things because you will all be on different paths. And I want that, right? I want everyone to understand that, like, you are not on the same path that Leslie is, and I'm not on the same path that Lauren is. We are all on different paths, but we all have similar goals, meaning we do want to help pay it forward, right? We got bit by the pay it forward bug. We recognize how rad this life is. And so how can we not share it? But how much do we want to share it is totally up to you. So that's what this call is all about, is recognizing where you're at today and what you want to start doing with this business tomorrow. And then what you want to start doing with this business in 3 months can totally change. And that's okay. So first of all, welcome. Obviously, this is the brand new beginning. This is kind of where your next level in wellness starts. And just know you're not alone. This is why I am here. I'm at like the next level of next level wellness, where that this is what I want to do. I want to lead and guide a team. This what brings me joy. So that's part of my goal. All right. So introductions. Most of you totally know me. That's me. Hi, loud, obnoxious, total introvert, terrified of people. What else? I can go on and on. Most of you know that I used to be with Beachbody, and things just shifted as I got older, and what I was doing just kind of stopped working. I was still doing all the things and checking all the things off the box, but everything just started to shift. And so long story longer, you know my story. This fell into my lap very accidentally. It was just like, one day I got a call from one of my rock star leaders on my Beachbody team. And she was like, "Are you sitting down?" And I'm like, "Are you dying or are you pregnant? Like, which one?" And it was neither. And she's like, "I'm leaving Beachbody and I'm taking you with me." And my ego, of course, wanted to respond with no, like, I'm staying here. I'm still making a residual income. Yes, of course, I'm burnt out. Yes, of course, the company is going in a direction that I don't like. And yes, of course, the products have stopped working. And I'm only allowed to help people inside of a very, very small box. But I'm still going to stay. But my true self that I had started to scratch the surface and find was like, you know what? Why am I gonna not listen? Why am I not going to just even open my 2 ears and just see what this is all about? And long story longer, I sat down with the president, the VP for my first initial call, and they were like giving me all of the juicy details. Like, this is a legacy company. We are based in nature and backed by science. We are the most clinically trialed company in the world. Going on and on about such incredible facts. And I said, "Guys, like, I'm going to have to interrupt you. That sounds all great. That sounds so great. But the reason why I was so successful at Beachbody is because I was walking, talking, skipping proof. that the products worked. So I was able to take that like authenticity and very organically share it with my community. And then they did the same thing, and then they went and shared it, you know, with their community. So if this doesn't like knock my socks off, you know, I'm nothing for you. And they laughed at me. They like totally laughed. And now I understand why they laughed, because I probably told all of you all the same thing. And then at the end, when you called me up and were like, oh, I do feel better, I was like, I told you so. So I came over here to almost not really prove them wrong, but just to see, right? Just to see. And once Michael and I dove in, it was like, oh my gosh, we got our hands on just 3 products. And now, of course, our entire house is Shackled beyond a doubt. And Michael can't sell him nothing. And this kid left for California with an entire backpack filled with Shackley because he cannot be without it. So that's like my story, basically, in a nutshell. I know you read all about it all day long on social media because I never stopped sharing my struggle, right? The girl I was before I even started Beachbody, and the girl I was before I started Shackley. So I'm sure you've heard that a lot. Our team, here's what our team does monthly. So we have 3 team calls a month. And yesterday we had one of them that was designed special for like our leveled up leaders, people who are really ready to dive in and make some big radical changes and do it together. And we had Robbie Carter on, who is a great asset for us, part of Shackley Corporate. And then once a month, we do like a Zoom pop-up party. So you will always be able to invite anyone and everyone you want to these parties. Like Lauren was on our Vivix party that we had, where we were able to gift a free Vivix for any 2 Vivix orders. And if you know that we have Vivix in 3 options, where we have a gummy in the most beautiful jar you ever did see, we have a liquid, and then we have gel caps. So we were able to gift whatever you wanted in addition to the 2 of whatever you bought, right? If you wanted gel caps, jelly gummies, and the liquid, you could easily have it with that 3rd one free. So when we do those Zoom parties, that's where we are able to almost give the world. Like I sat down with corporate once a month to bake, borrow, cheat, and steal with what our team can gift new clients and current clients. You will have full access to that. You will also have full access to that as an ambassador. So those incentives will also pass on to you too, not just your clients. But the reason why we get those is because our team does a pop-up party once a month. We could turn that into an in-person party. Like if you wanted to have like a happy hour for moms, or an after school or a back to school thing for moms, and 3 moms wanted to come, you would have that exact same thing. And you could even pick your own gift. You're like, hey, Serena, like I want to do a back to school brunch for mamas, or I want to do a garage workout, you know, for a few friends, and kind of just introduce what I'm doing. Shoot me a message, and you're like, and I feel like they would love, you know, mascara, or I feel like they would love collagen, or I feel like this would be a great gift to help them pull the trigger to, you know, to get started. You can absolutely be that creative. And a party can be 2 people. So I'm totally down. We'll call it a party. Then our team also does a 7-day cleanse group. Every month in the Wellness Club, you'll see the opportunity to invite to the 7-day cleanse. Our next group is actually going to be in the beginning of October. It's going to be a 10-day group where we're going to have 3 days of prep, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with a Monday start day. And we have some co-leaders for that. So it won't just all be me. It will be awesome. There'll be a lot of value in that group. If you saw this morning, I very randomly, because that's sometimes how my brain works while I'm sleeping, I wake up and write down notes of like, oh my God, I should do that. I wanted to do a protein group to help people track their grams of protein. Essentially, I think about doing groups of what my niche is. And your niche is essentially who you were before you found this journey, right? So I was the girl that like, I counted calories and like every single one of them, whatever I put in my mouth, I counted it. And most of the time it was Del Taco and lean cuisines, but I counted those calories and I still thought I was healthy. And now obviously I've come a long way, but I recognize that as we get older as women, that we are not taking in enough protein because we're not tracking it. And we might not understand that, you know, a fish size serving of chicken, you know, is 25 grams of protein and an egg is 7 grams. Like, so helping people with that, I think will be a great added benefit for that group. Add whoever you want to that page. They don't have to be a paying client. Add whoever you want that you feel like will reap the benefits of being a part of a like-minded community.
Serena, can I just make a comment right there as long as you're on that topic? Because so much of the focus for protein is more like animal-based products. Can you, I know you said in the group you were going to do like cheat sheets or whatever, but really some plant-based veggie. Like I was surprised making my smoothie this morning. Like I looked on the back of the frozen kale and spinach, and I looked on the, and I was like, oh, and I always like, I've been vegetarian, but I've never kept track of protein in the ounce of almonds, the whatever.
Everything from, you know, from legumes to cottage cheese to all from all of like, I know the, you know, the highest protein of vegetables for the sheer fact that I've done the cleanse so many times that I really level up my protein when I do the cleanse. And obviously it's plant-based. So yes, definitely there'll be a smorgasbord. Everybody will have an opportunity to build, you know, all the way up to 100 grams of protein.
A protein buffet.
Yes. But it is case in point that in order to hit your protein, it is very difficult to do it without a protein shake. You will fall short every single time if you're not taking in your post-workout, for those of us that all work out, as well as Life Shake. You will fall 30, 40, you know, 40 grams, 50 grams under what you actually need to retain muscle and lose fat. So we'll talk about that too. Let me grab my charger really quick. My computer is dying. Do you guys use Voxer? Have you ever heard of Voxer?
No.
Okay. So Voxer is, it's like a walkie-talkie where you can talk, but you can speed up like the person speaking. You know how you send voice memos, you hold it down, you send a voice memo to someone. Voxer is just another way to communicate where people will send like messages, but you can like speed it up times, you know, 2. So you can get through a 1-minute message in 10 seconds, which is funny because we're all in the hurry mode. So we do have a Voxer thread.
Is that an app, Serena?
It is an app.
Okay.
It's great to have for husbands and wives too.
How about teenagers?
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
Right? No, maybe not. You would Voxers. Bring me lunch, Mom.
Yeah.
Miller's a teenager now.
Well, I mean, he's gonna be 13.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, technically 7th grade.
Not looking forward to that.
No.
Not gonna lie. So at the end of the month, I always ask like, hey guys, you know, is there something that you're shooting for? Is there something that you're, you know, is there someone that you're wanting to help, you know, that hasn't yet, that hasn't pulled the trigger yet? You know, do you need a little like fire? Do you need a little fire to help, you know, kick you into high gear? So we have an end of the month rally text where whoever wants to be a part of it simply joins this text and we just kind of cheer each other on. It's like Audrey is kind of like our nominated mascot where she's like the cheerleader. You know, I come in with like tips and tricks of like, you know, how to follow up, you know, organically, creatively, how to close, things like that. So you always have access to that if you want. And you all, I'm sure, have set up direct deposit already. The only apps you really need are the Shaklee Connect app. The Shaklee Share app is great. It's just kind of like don't use those photos that are on there because they just end up looking like junk mail. But if you want to gather inspiration from it, the Shackley Share app is for that purpose. It's kind of like for like the people who have been doing this for 50 years. They really need help with social media. So they're like, I'm going to save this product, this picture of this product and post it on my page and hope that everybody comes running to it. No will be the answer to that, but it helps them feel like they're working. And then of course the PWS or the personal website, you guys have access to that for free for the first 3 months. After that, it's $14.95. Put a like notice in your calendar, you know, to cancel it or keep it, totally up to you. I don't even have one. I will say this, in the next couple months, our websites are changing for the better, where we can actually create our own bundles ourselves. Like really cool, like really innovative, really awesome. You can make your own and then like send it off and package it up to somebody versus like sharing a cart. But you will need to have the personal website to do that. So I'll have to like go back and get my website. But you do not need a website right now in order to successfully share your business, because once you're on the Shackley Connect app, any product you find, you can simply click on the product as if you were shopping as yourself, click on it and share the link. And once you send that off, you know, in a hyperlink, whether it be a text, an email, a Facebook message, it will all be attributed back to you. Okay, so how do you not get overwhelmed, you know, with 300 products? You just don't, because you recognize that most likely people are going to start just where you did, right? So that Ready, Set, Wellness bundle used to be called the Prove It Challenge when I joined. And that was like the wellness floodgates opening, right? That was the Christmas box that you opened that had the 3 products that really catapulted your wellness into high gear. And then after that, you already have access to the beautiful catalog that comes inside. You're now a part of the Shackley family. And then you start to, you know, add what other things that you love into your life. But my doorbell is ringing. Hang on. Oh my God, never a dull moment. But do not get overwhelmed, because 9 times out of 10, the Ready, Set, Wellness bundles where it's at, especially because now you can change that 3rd item, right? So you used to only get the 7-day cleanse. But now you get whatever else you want. We're actually going to be adding Energize as an option for that bundle. That should be soon. But as of now, it's like collagen, sustained energy boost, triple defense, which is a great thing for everyone who's focused on immunity right now. And they can just build it themselves. And it's $179, right? And it comes with free shipping. It comes with lifetime preferred membership pricing. And because it is over $150, you're going to be given what we call a star. Okay, so every time you sell or help someone get started on a new wellness routine, you are going to be given a star for that. And every time you do 3 in the month, you get a $75 bonus. All right, so we'll come back to that when we talk about our comp plan. So who is your upline? Go ahead.
Sorry, just real quick on the PWS. So when we signed up to, I guess, become an official ambassador, you could, like you did, I think you had to check a box whether you wanted it or not. Are you suggesting that no matter what, we're automatically as new ambassadors enrolled in it, whether we use it or not, and we have to proactively cancel it if we're not going to use it? Do you happen to know?
If you unclicked it, then you're not, then you didn't opt in. Yeah. Just go ahead and look. All you do is you go, can you see my screen still?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
So you would go to my business.
Okay, yeah, that's it. My business.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know where to
Yeah,
necessarily.
you'll always go to my business.
Okay,
And what you'll do is you'll go to me. It's under profile. And then it should say website. And then it'll tell you if you're opt-in. Actually,
Okay.
sorry, scratch that. Don't type that. It's actually under
The key to the.
under
Thank you.
it is under me, wherever me is.
thought I saw it.
Yeah,
Is the new website gonna be a little bit more user-friendly? Cause I really
yes.
struggle with this website and I'm not like completely computer illiterate
Yes.
and stuff.
It totally is. Isn't that so funny? It's different on my computer than it is on my,
Maybe.
yeah, on my app. So on
I'll
the
dig
app,
around. I'll dig around. It's okay.
on the app, it's under the hamburger, and then you just click me.
Okay.
Me, and then it'll say website. Like I literally just clicked right to it, but it is under profile, which is so funny.
Okay. Okay. I'll dig around. All good.
How funny that is.
Leslie, when
I'm
when
pretty
you
sure I
figure it
clicked-
out, will you let us know, please?
Yeah,
it's
Save
right
my
here.
number.
So don't do it on the computer. It is much easier on your phone. Just simply go to the top left hamburger, click on me, and then you'll drop down from profile, click website, and it says manage your website. And then it's asking me if I want to reactivate it. So if it
Okay.
says reactivate, obviously you're not activated. But
Okay.
you get to change
Got
the template, you get to do all the things with that. It's kind of fun. But I don't need a landing page. I'm not going to send somebody a overwhelming catalog of 300 pages and say, go shop around. I'm not, I'm just not that,
Yeah,
that would be
it's too
really,
much.
yes,
Too
absolutely.
much. I agree.
So, all right. So you obviously know that I'm your upline, and then our upline is Christy Lyons. And so she paved the way for us. She also came over from Beachbody. She just came over a few months before I did. And so our team is not sort of is, we are the fastest growing and largest team in the entire company of Shaklee. So, if someone hears you say like you're on Team Heart or Team Empowered, they're like, oh, we know that team, like, holy moly. So as you go through, the process, and as you like dive back in or whatever your goals are, if you ever want to have access to the Team Empowered page, without a doubt, feel free, just shoot me a message, be like, I want to be a part of that, community also. And you absolutely can be. It's just larger. She does similar things that I do. We were on the same call together at 11 o'clock. But it's always great to know that you have access to high level leaders, and her and I use each other all the time. All right. So when in doubt, Lingo it out. Lingo is like our Shaklee Bible, essentially, and it's the tools site. I wonder if it's gonna work. So this is under my business, and it's under tools. It is this is so user-friendly, Lauren. You will love this because my girlfriend, Haley Jensen, was completely in charge of revamping it, and she did an excellent job. So you simply.
I couldn't find it. I tried. I like
under
the thing,
tools.
the email they send me, you should be able to just click and it should take you there, but it doesn't.
Okay, it's
So it's under my business.
Yep, everything that you do will be under your business. Even when you shop, you can even shop from my business.
Got it.
Yeah, so you'll just click English, and you have just, anything you could possibly want at your fingertips. Everything is beautiful. It's literally like Google. It's totally Google. So utilize that whenever you want. Like if someone asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, and you're like, oh shit, someone's asking me questions about, kids prenatal. I have no idea, or Meology Kids or whatever. You're going to head here. It's going to have a product sheet. It's going to have like an FAQ sheet, things like that. It'll have things to share. It'll have like comparison. It's cool. I don't ever suggest, like I mentioned before, don't ever share this stuff on social media because it just looks like junk mail, and no one gets excited to go to the mailbox to get a bunch of, coupons and junk mail. That just goes in advertisements, essentially. People want to hear the same language that's on the junk mail, but they want to hear it from you. So use that inspiration, use the facts that you learn, use it to like tailor your story and things like that. But then don't share the actual photos. All right, let's talk money. Money is something that used to always be the top of my goal, right? And I made a really, really great living at Beachbody. It was a decent amount of money to help my family with. And then it stopped, and it just kind of like fizzled. And being in this business for 10 years, I know exactly why now. The top of my goals had to do with money. The first thing on that, line was related to money. And the way that I started network marketing, or I started becoming an adult, I should say, is where I have like a scarcity mindset. Like I kind of have a fear of money. So it's like, it was always at the forefront. I just got to make some more money. I just got to make more money. I just got to make all the money. And that's why I didn't really. But the moment I shifted into having a giver's mindset, no matter what that means to you, that's when it all changed. I am simply here to give. I am simply here to share. I am here to give value. I'm here to give my story. I just really am here to give. And in shifting that over the last, 2.5 years, and really honoring that and respecting that each day and learning and doing all the right groundwork for that, talk about changing the game, talk about changing my life. So yes, of course, you're going to want to understand the comp plan, because yes, of course, this has the power to, not just change your life, but like just level up your life in all sorts of ways. And money will be, tied to that. But more importantly, the people that you get to, help, it's a game changer. So I'll talk about a double whammy. All right, so here we go. This is kind of like the snapshot of our comp plan. It gets even more detailed, but it's one of those where you learn as you go. And I'm still learning. You earn, this is wild. So you are going to earn on every dollar. Every sale that you do, you are going to earn right out the gates at $1. You are going to earn 30% on new business. Now, why doesn't it say that on this paper? Because I'm simply just adding the first box and the second box together. Okay, so it says 10% to 40% commission. You will earn 10% to 40% commission. But when it's a new sale, you earn an additional 20%. So I just kind of scratch that, and I just tell you, every new customer, you earn 30% commission right out the gates. $100 order, there you go, 30%.
On any dollar?
Any
amount,
dollar amount.
or-
It does not have to be a $150 order. It can be any dollar amount. Somebody,
Okay,
yep. So
can I just throw a personal scenario in real quickly?
no doubt.
So, I just signed up to be an ambassador, and dare I say, missed the boat on my reorder of vitamins, like the auto ship.
Yeah.
So I literally was like, congratulations, your vitamins are on the way, right? And I was like, oh shoot, like, did I need to do anything on the back end on my account? Like, did it, or am I already technically signed up? So obviously new business is new business. It's not my orders, but
Yes.
on my own order, some way, somehow it'll be tracked.
Yep, without a
Okay.
doubt. So
Okay.
any of your orders are going to count towards your volume.
Okay.
And all of your orders, so we work in dollars and volume. You get paid a percentage of the dollar, but the volume is how your rank works.
Okay.
Don't worry about that necessarily in the beginning. It's just about helping people and then understanding that if I help 3 people, I get an additional $75 bonus.
Okay.
The reason why I always give you like the $150 order is because in order to really make a dent, in somebody's wellness routine, like baby steps are for babies. Someone's like, I just want to start with a canister of Life Shake and see how I like it. You're like, well, one, I know you're going to love it. You're going to pay for shipping and you're going to pay retail. So it's $179 to get the bundle that I started with. If you hate it, obviously we completely have, a money back guarantee, a no questions asked money back guarantee. But I always just tell people, like, just go with the bundle, because it's otherwise, like, all of those things separately are like $290. If you were to add up, people's vitamins with 2 canisters of Life Shake plus a 7-day cleanse, it gets really pricey. So that is the deal right there. Now I'm going to tell you something that I wish it wasn't recorded. If for whatever reason you wanted that deal because your vitamins are expensive, remember now once it's not a Ready Set Wellness bundle, then you start being charged whatever your vitamins are. And my vitamins are really expensive. Because 1, I take 2 packets, and 2, it's like the Taj Mahal. It's got MindWorks in it, Corotamax, GLA, like everything. But that Ready Set Wellness bundle is a solid set. No matter if you just have the basics or the Bentley of vitamins. And Leslie knows this, if you were like, okay, I want that Ready Set Wellness bundle one more time, use a new email and order under yourself. So you order under yourself, you're going to get paid on it. You're going to get the deal again, and it's going to go under your volume. These are the things I'm not afraid to share, but of course, if corporate heard me, they would be like, Serena, don't tell your team. But it's just one more opportunity to see what it's like to be like, okay, I'm going to be my first customer. And then you have 1 star on the board and you're ready to hit 2 more, right? That's going to help you create momentum. It's also going to get you more product. It's also going to what? You're going to retake your quiz and you're going to make sure you have the best vitamins in that pouch. I don't care if you have to go and say you have other ailments you don't have. I'm kidding. Don't say that. But I'm saying pick, do a little bit of investigation if you have to, and get some expensive vitamins and pay the $179. Now, if you do want to do this and not screw up your account, write this down. And notice this is not in my presentation. You need to use a private browser, because the way the Meology quiz works is if you're on your phone or your computer, the cookies just remember you signed into your business account attached to your Meology quiz. Okay. So you would essentially be building it all and you're like, yes, I'm going to get the Ready Set Wellness bundle, and you get to check out. And it's like, okay, Lauren, your total is $290, because you're not treating yourself as if you were your customer. It's just thinking it's you buying all 3 of those things, and it's not going to give you the discount. So all you simply do is, I'll show you, you just go to your own, My Business, and you click on the Meology link as if you were going to be sending that to a friend. So you share Meology, copy the link just like so, And that is always where you find your Meology link, under the lightning bolt or the actions button. And you open up a private window. That's it. Now it's not attached to me. Now it doesn't know who I am. Now I'm not going to log in as myself, obviously, because I'm acting like a customer. And I'm simply just going to pop that quiz and take it. Okay. Now listen, it should be attached to you. When you get to checkout and you get to Ready, Set, Wellness, it should say, my ambassador is Roseanne. And then you're like, cool, I'm set. If it doesn't say that, simply just type your email in and you're set. But almost 10 times out of 10, it's already attached to you, even under a private browser. So that's like a little trick to just like get your stuff, get a great deal, get paid on it, and see what it's like to get paid. See what it's like to see your volume move up. See what it's like to have a direct deposit. You can do this with your husbands too. So if you wanted to take the quiz for your husband, do that same thing, do it under a private browser. Sometime like
When you say private browser, you just mean like a new separate window that uses the link that you send through My Business.
Yep, like right here, but it's got to be
Okay.
a private window. You probably can't see because the screen. See where it says file? Are you seeing? Oh, you're not seeing it. It says under file, and then it's a second drop down on a Mac and says new private window. It has to be private.
So go under file.
File, second drop down, new private window. And I think on a PC, it just says private browser. All right, so that's why we do things in threes here, because you get that $75 bonus. And, you know, as long as it's a $150 order, it will count as a star. Do that 3 times over, however many times you want in a month period, and you continue to get those $75 bonuses. Now, so for those of you that are on a path of like, I want to help, you know, I just want to help like 3 people, and those 3 people are probably going to be my family members, then your first month will most likely be your biggest month, because you're going to get that 30% off of their order directly deposited into your account. And then the next month, as they are your loyal clients, you're going to make 10% off of their orders. So it drops down 10% after, I think it's like month 2 or 3. They're in the works of changing it, because this is a new comp plan. It's incredible and it's awesome. It's very lucrative. But there's a few tweaks along the way. Now you're also going to be paid for your own orders. So that order that you did, Leslie, that was yours, is perfect, because it's not a direct deposit. I mean, it's not a daily deposit. It will be paid on the 15th. On the 15th is when you are paid any percentage over that you've hit, which I'll walk you through that. A team bonus, as well as we call it a pop rebate. So you'll make 10%, depending on where you fall in the commission, you'll make 10% back in your own personal orders, as long as you have 1 client. 1 customer is all you need to get that back. And that is because it would be illegal to pay you in a paycheck, apparently. So that you have to have 1 standing customer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's your other email, or your husband, or a
Yes.
family member,
Yep.
or your neighbor. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Of course, Michael orders under me. And that's the coolest part about it is anybody who's on Meology, they can't order under you, because there's only 1 Meology. There's only 1, you know, Meology quiz attached to 1 customer. So you have to have something for your husband. And even for my kids, like Miles has his own email. So he has his own kids Meology, you know, and that counts and that adds up. And because I'm a higher up in rank, I get a deeper discount on product. So it ends up being a wash from what I make from his order to what I would save if I were to just order under me. But it adds to my customer count. Like it makes me look like I have more customers, which you'll see matters. Okay. So here's the commission structure of how you can get past that 10%. So if you have $500 in monthly sales, you're at the 10% mark. Once you hit over 500, then you've moved up to 15%. So because the daily deposits are either the 30% of the new business or the 10% of the current already standing client, they're only going to pay you 10% overnight because they don't know what you're going to do in the entire remainder of the month. So on the 15th of the month, you will be trued up that extra 5% because you sold $501. Does that make sense? And it's okay if it doesn't. You'll end up seeing it all come out in the wash, but know that if you're sitting at 475 in sales and it's September 28th, go
Buy
make
something.
go make that extra 5%, you know?
Yeah.
So that same thing for me. Like I waffle, like I have had incredible months where I'm making 40% commission. That's huge, right? That's so much money to be rewarded for. But one time I was $24 off from the next tier. Okay. I mean, I literally called corporate and was like, I will fix this. Like, give me a minute. But still, like, pay attention and know where you are. And if you have to have that final push and you want to be a part of that text thread, because you're like, dude, I'm going to push. I'm going to go for it. Go for it. Here is just like a little screenshot of our very, very scary looking dream plan. And it's blurry for a reason because it shouldn't make sense, right? You shouldn't try and learn the comp plan and the dream plan before you start. I would have never started. I literally would still be paralyzed trying to learn what the heck a Generation 6 leadership bonus was. All right. So the best way to learn is to start. Okay. And the best time to start
No.
is now. Yes. We're cut from the same cloth, Les. So this is just to show you that you you can find this, wherever, and of course you can reference it. And your first goal is to really just decide like which path you want to take, right? You all have the same rewards right now. So you all get 30% off of business bundles. Okay, so if you shop at Target, if you shop at Ulta, if you shop for your vitamins anywhere else, I'm talking to you. This is where it stops, right? Now you have a catalog of over 300 items that you probably don't even know. Now you're being paid for shopping from your own wellness shop. It would be so silly to go to Costco and buy collagen, which I know you all don't, but still. Also, those business bundles are gold. The skincare bundle comes with eye cream, and you can't find that bundle in our catalog. The medicine cabinet bundle, that got me started. That's what helped me completely wipe out any OTC. Like I don't buy Tylenol anymore. I use our pain relief complex, which is awesome. I don't use anything. I don't use allergy medicine. I use half of the stuff that I used to use. I use all of Shaklee products, and it was that medicine cabinet that got me started. So your business bundles are right here. Do you guys have, this should be in the very first email that I sent you. Do you guys have access to this link? Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's in the first email. What I can do is just pop it right into the chat, and then you can save it into the notes on your computer.
And this is these are eligible for purchase the first 3 months. So technically, if we signed up in August, for the next 3 months, we could consider, or we should consider buying maybe one bundle a month if you want to spread it out, right?
Yep. That's typically what we do. You have access to all of them. And it's like 90 days. But
Okay.
but it will push through to the end of the next month. So you can push it out a little bit. You'll be able to tell, like, some people have been able to order 30% like in their 4th month still, because they joined in the middle of the month and they got to go through the entire end of the month.
Okay.
So
And this should go through this is your own shop, like where you signed up to be an ambassador. This is where you should buy from. Buy
exactly,
these from. Okay.
exactly, yes. And I have the link, then I'll pop into the chat right after I'm done sharing.
Cool.
So we went back to this, right? We know that $75 for every 3 new people. Rank up, these are just an extra incentives, right? That the company has, which there's a ton, and they're ever changing and they're ever adding onto it because they're listening. You know, you have a seat at the table now. Like, I have access to texting Roger Barnett, who is a billionaire CEO who wants to hear and wants to listen, which is really incredible. So if there are ideas that you have or concerns or questions, do not hesitate to post them in the team chat or the team page and be like, hey, Serena, like, what are your thoughts on this? And the next time I have one of those sit down meetings, I'm going to say, hey, I was on a call with Leslie and she would really like to see methylated vitamins. You know what I mean? Like,
What about a pet line?
oh
Because
my God,
people
that's
spend
so funny.
so much money on their pets.
People always say that. And a baby line.
Yes.
Yep. So we are doing a whole like revamp, and we have like 90 days to get in as much stuff as we can for them to like pull the trigger. They're not going to like trickle changes. They're going to do changes all at once. So that was part of the call that I was just on before. But yes, I will always gladly take your tips. I will gladly take what is on trend, what you're hearing in your community, what people are wanting, what people are like gearing towards, and then pass it on always, all day long. And it talk about being a trend, not a legitimate wellness trend setter, but also like an influencer. Like, they listen. Like, this right here, this came because we sat down and said, yo, we came over with from the best pre-workout product that we had ever had. And now we're here and we don't have anything that has beta aniline in it, and we're missing the tingle. Like, we're missing that oomph. But by the way, it's going to have to kick Beachbody's ass. So go find a way. And Dr. Aaron and Nancy Baldwin, and all the scientists like went off. It took a year, but Energize. I'm sorry, but this pre-workout is bananas. It is so good. The L-theanine in it, like, even when I'm teaching, it's hard to focus when I'm teaching to like go crazy balls to the wall. But even when I'm teaching, my focus is on another level than it normally is. Like, my ADHD brain of being all over the place. So this was another like case in point that they are listening all day.
Serena, with regards to maybe a little off topic, the Energize, but just in general, when customers, clients, friends might see the optimal results, like obviously Energize, you feel what that does instantly because it has a special ingredient.
Yeah.
But things like, the protein or I just bought like the mental health or like the positive thinking one.
Mood lift.
Mood lift. Yes. Thank you. Sorry. I'll learn the thousands of products, but like, when is it fair to suggest like, look, you're like, give it a try for 30, 60, 90 days. Like, does it differ by product, or is there like a general sentiment with these products?
Honestly, I go off of like my own personal story, and same with, with Lauren,
Okay.
And Roseanne switching, to Life Shake. Like, I would go off of your own personal story of like, what, it took me like 2 weeks of taking my vitamins to be like, I totally feel energy. I totally feel better. My digestion is better. Oh no, talk amongst yourselves. There's someone at the door again. Hang on.
Leslie, I just had a call with, just a great friend catching up today, and I started back in, very beginning of June. I started the cleanse, just whatever, I just needed a change. And I just never expected, and I didn't tell anyone I was doing this other than like my husband and my kids, whatever. And so now 3 months later, that with such like truly insane changes, and so much more than weight loss, like that's a bonus. But I just shared it with her, and I'm like, that is what is authentic to me. I'm not going to be a Serena with posting stories on Instagram. Like that's just, you know,
Me either.
I'm older than you guys. So like, I'm great with social media and watching other people's. I'm not comfortable posting a lot. But what is authentic to me is sharing my story, and that way catching up with a good friend, and then they know people and they might like, that's just kind of, so in terms of sharing your story, it's like, well, I did the cleanse and I thought I was going to poop my brains out, and I was worried about work, and I was worried about all these things, and I did it. And I was like texting Serena, what's going on? Why aren't I, you know, like what's going on? And just being very vulnerable about it. I mean, that's my plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Good,
I love
thanks.
it. I was listening the whole time and I was
Oh
like,
God, this is all recorded. I forgot. And I'm just talking about how I didn't
no,
poop
it's
on the
good.
cleanse.
We're all family. It's all one big family.
We'll post it to her Instagram
Yeah,
later. Lauren.
right.
You're-
No.
you're-
No, please don't. No.
She won't.
Oh my God.
But yeah, exactly that. You know, no one really ever asks, like, I don't share that information, and no one really says, okay, so how long will it take? The one product that you did just mention though was Mood Lift, and you need to take that every day, consistently every day. It even says on the back, like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you what, but Roseanne, you take Mood Lift. Me and Roseanne, after 6 weeks, it starts to just, you will not miss a day.
Yeah, I just started taking it, and I kind of laughed out loud the first time you made the reference of like feeling like you had mad cow disease. Like I laughed out loud. I was like, yeah, I mean, I just turned 45. I'm like, I'm not feeling it yet. But, you know, I had a procedure done where I haven't had a menstrual cycle for a couple years. So I really don't know when my cycle, or like when because I don't have crazy symptoms every month. But I definitely all of a sudden started feeling like, I was going to rip everybody's head off. Like I literally couldn't even stand somebody saying like, what do you want to have for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. What do you want to have for dinner? You know what I mean? And I was like, what is wrong with me? You know? So I thought, let's just adjust. I've also been off the Meology a little bit, only because I was trying the different vitamin. Anyway, digress. I will get back to
Try the menopause complex. That's what I've been incorporating every day since I started 3 months ago. I didn't do the Mood Lifter, and I was on a very low dose of antidepressant because I too was in a very horrible place. And Serena, you don't even know this. I'm in the process of weaning myself off of the antidepressant because I just simply know I don't need it.
Right.
And that's with the menopause complex, which I wish I could say I remembered. It's Meology I've never missed. Menopause complex, because I do it at night, because that's what the bottle says, but I should probably just do it in the morning.
Put it by your
I am weaning myself off.
Put it by your toothbrush, by your sink.
Now, is that for like somebody who is having menopausal symptoms, or is that because the peri is the menopausal zone?
A total perimenopausal. But quite honestly, the symptoms are perimenopause. That's what that's what we don't know. That's what's not talked about enough. It's when you're in menopause, all that shit is gone. There's other stuff that happens, but the hot flashes, if you get those, but for me, it was mood. It was like just a depressed person, and I am the furthest thing from that. And I didn't do the Mood Lifter because I'm like, you know what, the medication's working for me, the Zoloft that I've been on. I'm just, you know, it is, whether you want to call it baby steps or not, like you also don't want to start with too many things because you want to know what's working for you and what's not. At least I did.
I love
And,
Well, I was on 4 medications at one point. Blood pressure, it's like a hormone therapy. It's called Provera. I had endometrial tissue overshare, sorry.
no overshare. I
But,
didn't poop on the climb, so. you're good.
endometrial tissue, on thyroid medication. And the last one was also just a low antidepressant. I lasted 3 weeks on that antidepressant to at least say, I don't feel like myself. But here's the other part. Did not read the fine print on any of those medications at all. And I'm asking my therapist, why the hell am I such a bitch?
Right.
This is not me. I'm not like that at all. And then I did a deep dive on those medications and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
this all makes so much sense. It's like everything is exacerbated on those medications.
Yeah.
Just like, if my husband asks, like, what's for dinner? What do you want for dinner?
Yeah.
But I weaned myself off the Provera. And if it means irregular cycles, I'm okay with that for now. But I don't have the extremism anymore.
That's the whole part about this too, is that like, we're obviously not doctors,
Yeah.
I have a
Right.
nutrition, I'm an expert in a little bit of, two things, fitness and nutrition. But when it comes to supplements, I'm learning as I go, and I'm never going to tell somebody like, oh, you should, get off that and switch to this and all that stuff. And we have access to those doctors too. And Lingo can help with a few things, but that's why I always say like Meology, because it's personalized, is like the very first step. Like, let's see how you feel on Meology. And then you'll start to tweak and be like, oh wait, there's other things like stress relief. I take stress relief every single morning without fail. Not when I start to feel stressed, I just take it like I used to take my antidepressant. And I am the calmest I've been in, gosh, I think ever, maybe ever. But again, like, you're not a doctor, you're just here to give the options, right? And then they can go and make their decision based on, whoever they want to consult after that. But real quick, wrapping up so that we don't take too much more of your Friday, ladies. Rank Up Bonus is a really great incentive if you ever decide that you want to build a team. And the very first rank is director, and that is simply you hitting 1,500 in volume. Okay, so it's right here. All you have to do is hit 1,500 in a 1 month period. I shouldn't say all, of course, it's a great, it's a huge feat. But now that you've seen, how much things cost and how much volume, certain things are, which I'll tell you, the Ready Set Wellness bundle, it might be $179, which you're paid on, but it is 100 in volume. So there's a separate dollar to volume ratio. And you'll see that when you're logged in, it'll say like, you have, $300 in sales, but 215 in volume. Okay. It all ends up, working its way out, but just know 1,500 is for that director. And that's that first promotion. That promotion gets you certain perks. That promotion's going to get you a deep discount on your products. That promotion is going to help. If that promotion gets you to, help going on our Mexico trip, which happens either in April or May. I guess it's not always Mexico, but our Star Club trip happens in April or May of every year. And you qualify for that for an entire year. We won't even talk about it because we won't start qualifying until January. It's obviously really late in the year to qualify for it now, unless you were like, I'm going to go help 100 people. Then the trip is yours for sure. You get, obviously when you're a director, it immediately pushes you into that 15% solid commission payout. And then you get 30% off of your product, which is a cool perk too. There's a daily tracker that like Shackley has, which you could track all of your stuff. I have a digital tracker, which I helped create. Leslie got to see it yesterday. If you want to use that to grow your business or to track any habits, you can actually edit it and just use it to have a live tracker to where like, I just want to have a wellness tracker. I just want to make sure that I'm doing my routine, taking my vitamins, getting my workout in, and doing some personal development. You could take the tracker that I used and it's all digital. You could click it off and you could see, okay, I've done 75% of what I was supposed to do today. I still have 25% left. It's pretty cool. So if you want that, I'll absolutely make you one and just send you the copy. That's always a fun way to just level up your own, routine, is by tracking your productivity. And it also helps remind you, like if you want to type in, take your menopause complex, right? So basically this is just deciding which path you want to be on, right? I know most of your goals. I know most of you. I know all of you. So I know where you want to go. I'm here to lead you in whatever path you want to be on, right? We don't have to be on the same path in order to work together. So you see right here, you can screenshot this if you want, but this is the path of helping 1 to 3 people. And there's your income, right? There's the path of helping 3 to 6, and there's, your extra income. And then this is the path of helping 6 to 9. So it's very, very easy to reverse engineer those goals and be like, okay, well, you know what? I want to help 9 people because I want to earn $750 next month. It's very easy to see it and like spell it out. There's no wild chess game here, really. That can vary depending on what, ticket, what dollar amount they order for sure. But that's pretty much the gist of it. So that's a good gauge, right? Like, okay, I want to help kick my family's wellness into high gear, and I want to help, my community. And there you go. And we are only September 8th. So we have lots of days to do this. We turn into Cinderella on, September 30th at midnight, your time or my time, whatever your time is. And I always stay up until the last possible minute because I'd love to help everybody hit their goals. But just remember that Ready Set Wellness Bundle, that's the gateway. That's the foot in the door. That's when someone shows up to In-N-Out Burger, the lady is not saying, would you like a grilled cheese? She's saying, you're getting an In-N-Out, you're getting a double animal style, right? So lead with what is going to have the best transformation, our most innovative product, which is personalized vitamins. And then of course our BCA packed Life Shake, and then the very, very life-changing kickstart of the 7-day cleanse. That's a great place to start without getting overwhelmed. I will be here for you for whatever you need, but you already knew that. And now that I just took up all of your afternoon and morning, there are some pretty faces to stare at. There you are, Roseanne.
That is an awful picture, but thank you.
I love it. Aw, I love it. All right. So if you guys don't have any questions, or if you have any questions, shoot them my way. You can ask now. You can shoot me a text. Whatever you need, we could totally get this party started.
Serena, I do have a question.
Yeah.
A couple of questions. Because I would be very much interested in trying to just get a few friends together and have a party.
Cool.
So in terms of like, in order to do that, you said to shoot you a text, like what would I say to them that, and if you come, you would have access to like what kind of gift, or what would
we could put together like we can make a like a little invitation that you could send to them in a text.
Okay.
You're getting the girls together for, we can brainstorm that too. And what I would do is I would send you like some samples of things just for fun, like take your meology, everyone who takes their meology quiz, is going to get, samples of XYZ or whatever. Most of the time it's like Energize or Triple Defense that I have easy access to. But then of course, you can choose the gift of purchase. So based on the people that you want to invite, based on the niche, you know, you can determine like, you know what, I think this group would, you know, love skincare as outside in, you know, full circle bundle with their, you know, getting started with the Ready Set Wellness. Or if you're like, you know what, I think they love collagen. Well, we already have that right now. But you can totally choose, and we can choose together. too.
Okay. Okay. So I would choose menopause complex, but
There you go.
um,
We could absolutely do menopause as a gift. I love that idea too, because then it's like the next layer. Like, okay, you start with these 3 things, and then this is that like extra add-on that I'm going to include as a gift with purchase, because I know how difficult it is to pull the trigger for something for yourself.
Yep, I do.
Cool. I love that.
And my other 2 questions were exactly the collagen and like does that apply to us, and what do we
Yes.
have to do for the collagen? And there was
Okay.
something about skincare too,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an incentive.
So if you do that new order, so right now the gift does have a promo code, so it actually does go right to your doorstep. The promo code works because I just had a new client this morning. It is SKIN23. And it is free collagen for any new $150 or more order. So yes, like if you order for your husband or your daughters or, you know, another Ready Set Wellness bundle, you absolutely should put that promo code in to get that benefit.
Okay.
Yeah, and those change. We're gonna have, you can write this down just so you know what is coming. I'll give you a little clue. Here's what's coming. So on the 28th, any order over 200, we're trying to bump it down to 150. Any order is going to get a free Lash Boost mascara. Don't tell anyone.
My favorite.
I'm not telling the team till the 27th. And right now, just launched, I just posted this before I hopped on here. Any 3 stars by the 15th is going to be given a $50 product credit in your inbox the very next day, which, since you guys are brand new, that will add to the product credit that you guys earned in August, which is cool.
Where is that shown, by the way?
Yeah.
Yours is both of yours are wonky, and I have to figure them out because you didn't order with a $150 order. We did it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine.
I placed the order without the ambassador thing at this, so I had to do it separate. So yes, you're right.
Yeah. And Lauren had already placed, you know, a crap ton amount of an order, so she just added the
Right.
kit. So that's why it wasn't tied into one order. So that promo was at $50.
Yeah, sorry.
Once you spent, but it's totally fine. Robbie's working it on the back end.
Okay.
It just takes a few days.
And then it would essentially show up in your account automatically, and
It'll be like a parentheses, like it'll look like it'll say
it'll be like less $50. You want to?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah. But same
And
thing.
is there a promo for some skin to order anything from the youth line or something like that too?
Right now,
bundle.
so Youth Line is still free clay mask and free gold mask with the youth regimen. So $50 in gifts. Plus, of course, if it's their first order, they qualify for the collagen. So it's like getting $100 in gifts for, you know, $270 in kick-ass skincare.
One of the business bundles is the skincare too, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely am gonna do that one.
Yeah, and it comes with the eye cream.
Because I have a lot of the skincare products already, but yeah.
It comes with the eye. And little tip is keep that eye cream in your refrigerator, because the you don't put it on with your finger. You actually use the applicator.
I have it, yeah.
And keep it in when it's cold. Oh my gosh, talk about
Is it magic? I could use magic.
It's like cryotherapy for your eyes.
Yes, it feels so good. Like I just go to it, like I'll put it on multiple times a day because it's like It's like getting a snack.
I think you did a reel or something yesterday and you were doing that. And I was like, what's that little wand thing she keeps using? Well, she's just so good.
Eye cream. It's my eye
Yeah.
cream. All right,
Okay,
guys.
cool.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
go get a workout in now that I'm gonna have to take another packet. But it was so great seeing your faces.
You too. Thank you so
too.
much.
Thank you so much
Thank
for all the
you.
time.
All right, let's take a real quick.
Nice meeting you, girls.
Let's take a real quick picture because
Oh,
know
gosh.
Oh, great.
I always do this to you. Well, look at me.
Hair.
I know.
Hair.
All right, ladies, come on. If you didn't take a picture, it never happened. 1, 2, 3. Yay, head tilt and all. All right, ladies, have an awesome Friday. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay.
Bye, Serena. Let me know about your dad, honestly.
I
Like,
will. I'll
Yeah,
text
for sure. We'll
my
be thinking about
brain,
you.
tell me what's going on,
I will text you
okay?
when I hear more. Love you
Because
guys.
he's probably still in acute care, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in acute. He hasn't gone to rehab yet.
I have 17 text messages and 2 of them are from my stepmom, so I'll keep you posted.
Okay, go. Yeah. They got to get him medically stable first. Make sure that before they go into rehab. So let me
Love you
know.
guys. Really, for
Love
real.
you.
Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.